Oh, here is the real meat of the scene. Actually, I just realized I can play this. Take a listen, and let me get it on full screen for you.
And now he does it.
What's that?
Falls asleep like that. I mean, look at him. The guy's lights out the minute his head hits the back.
Clear conscience.
Yeah, what's it saying? If God's on our side, who the hell could be on theirs?
If God be for us, who could be against us?
If God be for us, then who can be against us? Just an awesome. I mean, just the scene itself. They're in a church, which is just great because we actually have a partnership with a church for our location. So that kind of matches. But there are just a lot of things here. I'm actually going to pull up. Maybe. I'm going to pull up I want to scrub through this so you guys can see it. I want to point out a couple of things. So I want to go over what we see. Okay, we'll do this later. All right, so what do we see? I'm going to go full screen just so you guys can see everything. If it's when you get down into that dissection. Another thing I want to point out is our homeboy right here. He's got a bright light. We'll see what that is here in a minute. And there are other things, but let's get into what we see. So here are the rooms. Here are our three scenes right here, and we'll go over those here in a minute. These are the three main scenes. This one, pretty simple. Not a whole lot to go on there. I didn't even do a lighting diagram just because I want to make sure we get the bulk of the scene done to really, be able to kind of teach everybody. But for the most part, I think all three of these shots can actually be achieved in one set. So we have the wall, obviously, and it's got these slatted things here. That is one of the more important parts of this. And then we have our talent. We have the guy in the background. And we have, I'm going to pull up the scene so I can show y'all. All right, so you guys should be able to see that. If you can. Again, this is our first virtual lesson, so we want to make sure that we're doing it right. So yeah, we have the slatted wall. Let's see if I can do this kind of picture-in-picture here. Let's see how that looks. That didn't work at all. We have our candles that are close to the camera. Again, that's not what I wanted. Again, the talent here is next to each other. This guy is further back on the other side of the wall. Here are our candles. This right here looks like he's playing with a lighter. I intentionally left that out of the lighting diagram. I don't want us to be playing with lighters except for lighting these candles. So there might have another way to do it, but we'll have some use of practical lighting here, don't you worry. All right, next we have our camera. So I think this is probably shot at a 35 to 50 millimeter. As you can see, it's not a super tight shot. It's fairly wide, but there is that compression that you get. This back here is kind of blurred on the back wall there. So that's also going to notate a higher aperture because they're in focus and he's in focus, but we do want the back to kind of be out of focus. It might be hard to do in our setup that we have because we may not have that big of a room to work with, but we're going to give it a shot and we're going to see what's available on film day. there's no movement. We have the sticks here. There's no movement on the camera's part, so we'll just put it on a tripod and let it roll. Next, this is, I think, pretty interesting. So a lot of times the key light, which is the one that lights the people, right? This here, these guys, that is going to be one of your brighter lights, or bigger lights maybe. But it kind of lights the set. The fill lights kind of help fill in some other spaces, but the main lights are the key lights, and usually it's a bigger light, but in this case it's going to be very small lights, and we're going to hide them behind the candles here. I want to also just take a moment to say this entire diagram was created on Apple Keynote, great presentation software, but this is all stock art that they have in the program, so you can do it. If you have a Mac, it's included on the Mac, so definitely get involved and start trying to make some lighting diagrams. So 2700K, so the K stands for key, dash 2700K, that's going to be 2700 Kelvin. That's about what a candle burns at. Actually, I think it's a little lower than that, down closer to 1500 to 200, but I believe just due to the limitations of the lights we have, 2700 is what we'll shoot at. It's going to give that orange, warm, yellowish orange kind of look. Next we have, this is kind of one of the cooler parts of this scene, I think, and I really wanted to point it out here. So I'm gonna blow this up. So I want you to pay attention to this guy back here, his eyes. You can tell, I think he's actually kind of broke character here. I don't think it's distracting, but watch him when this guy walks in front of the screen. So he takes this super bright flashlight out, and that is a legitimate military flashlight. You can see where his hand is. They don't get held. They're not long like this. They're more of an L shape. That is a legitimate prop. It's not like he's holding up a light and just they make it look like a flashlight. It's an actual flashlight. I used to have one of these flashlights. I don't know that I do anymore. I did shoot a war movie, and in my box of props, I might have a flashlight like this. So I'm going to try to make it work. But at the very least, he's providing a backlight. Look right here. This is so bright, and it really makes this guy pop. This person walking through. See right here, he kind of blends in when that light goes away. He kind of blends into the set. So that backlight is super important. As he's walking up, and you can see him, you watch his eyes. Watch his eyes up here. He's actually watching this person walk, puts his eyes down, boom, just flashes it. Almost like he's testing his flashlight, adjusting his arm. He does keep it on right here. You can see him reading, maybe writing, something like that. But that practical light is very, very Steven Spielberg-esque. That is something he does in a lot of his films. So I wanted to make that known. The backlight is provided via prop, and also there's that stream of light that's produced. Right here. I mean so there is a light haze that's going on, and we'll be able to accomplish that with what we have. So it makes that light stand out a little bit more. All right, moving on now. We have there's a light, and these are my C-stands. That's what I'm calling them. That's not what my C-stands look like, but that's what I'm calling those C-stands. There's this light back here. You can see this room. Now, there's probably a second floor to this. This might be stairs right there, actually. And they probably have one single light that's just kind of casting some light on this room. Don't even need a diffuser. There's no one back there. It's just going to be a soft light that's going to create some depth here between, especially this guy's head and where this is darker. They probably flag it to create this. Flagging it is when you put an actual flag, like a black piece of cloth, where you don't want the light to go, to help, I think, create this darkness back here. And then there's other lighting here, which we'll be able to accomplish that because we'll be shooting this scene, this one right here, and I think we'll actually have that set up But these guys back here are the ones talking. This is the guy that flashed that flashlight. So I think the light on him, right, is actually going to help light back here on that armrest right there. So yeah, we're going to put a soft light on a C-stand to help pop the background out a little bit. And then I think there's going to be a fill light. That's what these Fs are, fill. The fill lights are going to help to just even these out. This guy right here especially, you can tell there's quite a bit of light on him. And I think that's done with a fill light and more than likely a snoot, which we've used in the Oppenheimer, I believe it was the Oppenheimer shoot. So we're just going to make sure that the faces are lit well. We're just going to provide a little bit of light to help supplement the candlelight we're going to get. And speaking of the candlelight, we're going to use something like this. Now, I don't have one of these. I have been wanting one. I've been eyeing them, but I believe Jerry's got, I know he at least has one. I think he's got a few of these. These are very small. They're about this big. Very small lights that are magnetic. They have adhesive on them. And you're able to stick those just about anywhere and they can pump a little bit of light. A lot of times they're used for some practical lighting on set. But these are raised up, and I would venture to guess that behind these there's some sort of lighting. Now, again, this is independent filmmaking. I'm sure what they have back there is not those little boxes. But I also know that we'll be able to create something similar with what we have. So, going off of that, I do want to just touch base on this guy here. So here, we're going to keep the lighting the same here, keep the lighting the same here. Here's that flashlight. You can actually see it right here, lighting his paper. It looks like he's writing a letter home. And we'll just have one light that's going to be back here, maybe even kind of on the front of him. And just giving him, that looks like it's probably 5600 Kelvin. That's about daylight balanced, and we'll just have him lit like that. This is it's a cool part of the scene, but I want to make sure we get this stuff filmed. This is a 20-second scene, and there's a lot of acting here. Keep in mind the faces. Blind. It just feels like he's numb here, right? These guys are stopping in this church, taking rest after a long day in battle, hiking all over France, so they have seen some stuff. So there's those facial expressions. And then one thing I really like is after this guy in the back flags this guy walking through, watch his head. Watch what he does. He's so tired. He's tired. He has seen a lot of things today he doesn't want to see. So there's going to be, it's going to be important that our actors actually get into character here and really portray these gentlemen well. One other thing, we're not going to have a cigarette. I thought about it. There are such things as prop cigarettes, but we're just not going to have it. I do like the shadow that it gives off, and I think it's, a direct line of, really there's only one place that you could put a light like that and get that shadow, and it would be down here shooting up at him. Otherwise his arm, if it was above us or above the camera, it wouldn't get that shadow like that. See? All right. So again, creating depth in the scene, layering the scene a little bit. That light is helping to do that and help him pop out. Both of these lights. These guys back here and this guy here. Our pack list is, we're going to need a camera, obviously, camera and a lens, tripod. We're going to try to have 3 pocket lights. Again, I have to check with Jerry to see what we have available. Fill lights, we're going to use the Aperture Amaran Cobb 60s. Those are RGB. They'll be able to do what we need them to do. 2 C-stands. Might bring a flag just to be safe. We'll bring some Fernies just to be safe to help, create, eliminate any unwanted light. But that's kind of the bulk of the gear list. For our props, we need a flashlight and 5 candles. Well, we'll be able to provide those, no big deal. But it's a very basic scene, but it's really doing a lot with a little. We're making a beautiful scene with a very small amount of gear. As for cast and crew needs, there isn't any movement on the camera's end, so we don't really need a camera operator. Obviously, we need a director, a first assistant camera. They'll help set up the camera, frame the shot, communicate with the director to make sure everything looks good and how we want it. We'll need a gaffer. That's our lighting. Again, everyone's going to help everywhere, ideally. The director is expected to kind of swing and be, help the lighting set up their scene. We'll need a sound mixer. We're probably going to boom these, but we won't need a boom op. There's no movement, so we'll have it on a tripod with a boom handle, and that's probably how we'll do this. For the guy at the end of it, this guy here, we can lav him up, or just very quickly move the mic over here, or put another boom over there. The sound mixer we use has 4 inputs, actually 5 inputs, so we could use that. We'll need 3 actors with speaking lines and 2 extras, one being the guy that walks through. Where'd he go? This gentleman here. And my idea is this guy can actually just be anybody, really. And then this guy would also just be anybody. I think it's pretty easy just to lay down and look like you're asleep. Also, who sleeps like that with their hands like this? If you sleep like that, please comment, because I'm sorry that if I offended you, but I've never slept like that. But I guess I've also never been in France in World War II, so maybe that was it. So yeah, we have 2 extras and 3 actors. These 2 are the main extras. And this guy I didn't even count as an extra, because again, it could just be a crew member. 2 speaking lines here. Speaking line here. And then we're going to have 2 PAs just to help where it's needed. If more people than that are coming, that would be a dream come true, really. We want to see a lot of participation here. If you want to come and have never done this before, this is just a great scene to get your feet wet. Like I said, it's not a super technically savvy scene. It's just a fun one. So come and see how we do it. It'll be a really good time. I really hope to see a lot of folks there. I would love it if we could have, multiple, a lot of different people working on a lot of different things. I'm hoping for 15 people to show up to this. We do need actors. This is the most actor heavy scene we've shot. So if you're an actor, actress, come on out. I have gear. I have military gear. We're going to put you in and make you look legit. So we're going to try to make this one as close as possible to the actual thing. All right. Our meeting is January 18th at 10 a.m. 185 Connection Point, Scott Depot. It is the Taze Valley Church of God. Keep an eye on the Facebook page for weather. I'm recording this on January 5th as the snow is moving in. And man, it's moving in. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. No, it's just white on your screen. It's moving in. It's white out there too. So yeah, come recreate this with us. We just would love to have you. Like I said, I want to see a lot of participation here. I want to. Most of the teaching for this is really going to be during the scene. The acting is one of the most important parts. Aside from a lighting diagram and kind of teaching you about the different parts of the parts of the lighting, it's not a ton of technical education that can be done here. Pretty basic shot, there's no movement, so we don't need to worry about blocking. It's really just going to have 3 people sit and get to work. So I really want to have everybody there. I want to be able to create just an amazing scene that can be really indicative of how far we've come as a club. If you have any questions, put them in the comments of this video. We'll be monitoring them. And other than that, this has been a 30-minute video to a 20-minute video maybe. So come on out. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's any way I could do this better, let me know. For you virtual folks, if you want to create posters, that's participation. That will accomplish the goal for your membership. If you can create a poster, and it's the Tri-State Film Club, Film Horizons Foundation, and Saving Private Ryan, right? So you could do what you want with that. It's all about your effort you put in. I understand that not everyone can be in Scott Depot on January 18th, but I also understand that it doesn't take that long to create a rudimentary, cover poster, and you don't need real photos. Let's see if I can show them here. Those are two of my movies I've done, and they both have photos in them, but nothing that couldn't be done with like simple Google search. So if you want to create a poster, if you want to do some social media campaign, send us some Canva art that we can say, hey, look what we did today, and then post it and hopefully get more membership later. There's a lot of ways for you to fulfill the one participation point a month, right? Or I'm sorry, a quarter, to be a member of the Film Horizons Foundation. So we hope to see you soon. We hope to see you January 18th at 10 a.m. Again, it's not all day. That's new this year. January 18th, 10 to 12 is what we're shooting for. So we'll get the script together. The actors will work on it. The crew will begin setting up the set. We'll shoot a couple takes, and that's it. We go home. So hope everyone has a great rest of your week. We look forward to seeing you 1 week from today. Well, if you're watching this later in the week, 1 week from when this releases. Come on out, stick around, get wet, get your feet wet on a real film set, and let's create something great together. Thanks, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tri-State Film Club. Thank you for joining our stream online. We're going to get right into the production today, but
Hey, everybody, this is the president of the Film Horizons
stream and in here. I'm talking to you guys also, even though I'm looking at the camera. Monday, we have a workshop, which I know some of you signed up for, how to market your film with Matt Chasson, super talented executive producer and talent manager. He represents actors and bands and stuff all over the country, and then he is also a publicist and a really whiz in marketing. It's free to sign up. Oh, Tish is calling me. Hey. Yeah, are you here? Good. Sorry about that. Giving directions. Yeah, Matt is going to be giving us a workshop Monday at 6 p.m. You can sign up on our Facebook page. There's a link there. I'll be sending the link out to everybody probably Monday afternoon. It's free. Join. Can't hurt. It can only help. Matt has also gotten films of mine in front of names like Warner Brothers and Relativity Media. So I mean, he's got some connections with the big dogs. So it's definitely a good connection to have. Also, before I forget, February, our Tri-State Film Club meeting will not be on the third Saturday. The third Saturday is what, a week after, or a day after Thanksgiving, or Valentine's Day, not Thanksgiving. So we're going to meet the 22nd, same place, and we'll be doing a scene from The Terminal, which is a really good movie. One big take, a big long tracking shot. It'll be a lot of fun. And then also, the week of Valentine's Day, we have another workshop with Jessica Bennett. She has been in films as an intimacy coordinator and stunt coordinator. She has credits with TV shows like She-Hulk and Atlanta, which are both just really popular. And Atlanta's a great series. And then she has over a couple dozen credits as well. She's going to talk about the importance from an actor's perspective and on set and as a director, intimacy coordination and what that looks like. And it's a relatively new role, but now it's become a lot more needed if there's ever any intimate moments on a screen. Figured that was a good one for Valentine's Day, you know. And then in March, we're doing a comedy workshop with Chris White. He's a filmmaker out of South Carolina, and he's going to give us a workshop on the essential 3 things to make your comedy films funnier. So,
really funny guy.
He is. We had him on our podcast.
Great
really funny guy.
conversation.
Yeah, he's very talented. So definitely don't. None of it costs money. None of it's in person. It's all virtual, so you can join from your phone. We hope to see everybody there. Today we are shooting a scene from Saving Private Ryan, and Nick Kreiner will be our director. We're going to have a few actors, yeah, so that's all the announcements I have. Unless, Jared, can you think of anything else?
Ramp It
Ramp
Up
production,
Festival.
yeah. So we have our first internal project. Do you need actors or just crew?
Crew, they can come for the day, hang out at the festival, help us shoot some interviews. We're going to get B-roll there. So,
yeah, so if you,
April 19th,
if you want experience on a real set and a real production, the Ramp It Up Festival has allowed us in Fayetteville?
Yeah, it's in Fayetteville.
Has allowed us to come and shoot. Jerry...
Yeah, they're excited about trying to get the word out about the festival and just how ramps are utilized down there. Right. So
Jerry came up with this and has ran with it, and we're really excited to see what could come of it. So if you want experience behind the scenes, you know, this is a good shot for you guys to come. And
it's gonna be very run and gun.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. All right, so let's get into today's scene. So Nick's directing. I think Carson and Tish and Chris are going to be actors, and then if Evan and Noah Noah's also going to be acting, but Carson, correct me if I'm wrong, he shouldn't have any lines. Yeah, no, he won't. Because we're going to have you help set up, so you'll be able to do both. So right now, if you're acting, you can head out there to the table and kind of come up with a script. Carson will go over kind of what, for those of you on the stream. Unfortunately, no one here except for Chris looks like we know what we're doing in a military film. So we decided that the power's out, and we're going to recreate the scene exactly. We're just going to change up the script so that it, you know, matches who we have a little bit better. So you guys can go head out, and then Nick, you can, do you have a picture of the scene?
Hey, as I say, it's right here.
He's got it. Yeah.
Well, here's some of our composition.
So what we'll do is, so I know one thing, they're going to be having people at the table, and it's going to probably be Noah and one other person, and you'll be like drawing or something like that. And then we're going to be shooting this way. The windows back there, did you watch The Lesson?
I watched some of it, but like...
The backlight, that big bright wall that was in the back of the scene, we're going to use that as the window so we don't actually have to light it. Okay. And otherwise, we're going to kind of decorate the set a little bit. We got candles. We got these lights that we can hide. Yeah, the power's out. So,
and then we're still going to implement all of the same elements of that scene. Yeah. We're going to have that flare of the flashlight. We're still going to work with the candlelight. We're still going to capture all of the essence there. We're just adapting it to our environment.
So I'll kind of just... We'll get us started here, but I think we should move the table back. Okay. And then, no, you're the director, dude. You let me and Noah and Evan do it, and what you're going to do is come over here and just make sure we get it where you want it. If you want a different lens, we have a ton of different lenses.
Yeah, we can go tighter. We can do some different stuff.
So, yeah, we'll move this. Hold on. This just wasn't smart on our part.
There's going to be someone sitting on that side of it, too.
Potentially.
You're the director, dude.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right there. Probably. And keep in mind that back wall, that window should be just kind of in the frame to create a little bit of depth.
Well, so you'll have your sleeping soldier on the couch, likely.
Yeah, somebody just...
You'll have 2 or 3 people probably making a plan of what they're going to do in the morning. Oh, man, I like the idea of what if we have a... What if they're afraid of like a patrol or something, and they're like, this guy's sleeping, maybe we see some strobes or something outside.
Go talk to Carson. Carson's writing it.
Like they're hiding from somebody?
Maybe.
Carson, Jerry had a good idea that you guys can run with if we're setting it up. To do that flashlight, maybe you guys are hiding from somebody and someone's like patrolling the hallway or something like that. And they come in here and shine. Just up to you. It's Jerry's idea. I just wanted to. You guys go with what you want. Come on, PA.
Okay, so we're gonna
Start clearing off the table, kid.
so we're gonna have a guy laying on the couch right here, and then the table. But you want the back window.
Oh no,
in the
this
shot,
sorry,
so
this
I
stuff
thought
is
we
part of the
probably need
scene.
to move the table a little bit over in order for them to be able to see the back of the window. I would say, because if someone's head's
yeah,
gonna be
so-
You
sitting
can set
there.
this stuff.
I would say we
Actually,
bring
we can
all
put
of
this
this
stuff, like,
more
over here.
this way. Some, yeah.
Because all that's going to be in it.
And that's probably
And that gives
that.
that gives us a little bit more depth with the shot, I believe. Well, they'll sit around there. They'll have somebody sleeping on the.
like if we move those bean bags, that's where they'll
You
be.
don't want the beanbags in the scene? Actually, I don't think they're beanbags. I think.
Considering the light, I realized it wasn't really bright. It was kind of just, it was more warm than anything. It had barely any brightness next to it.
Yeah, it's warm in a super cold
Yeah.
environment, and I'm sure the cinematographers did that intentionally. There's somewhat of a bonding moment, whenever all these guys at the end of this day, they're just exhausted, they've seen so much, but they can all rally around this one guy who's like, man, he can sleep anywhere.
Before we light these, we'll have to make sure to put something underneath them so we don't ruin this table.
Oh, it's not an opposing light? Is it not an angle light?
Well,
It was the one on the
We're just trying to figure out how.
All right, Nick. So now,
well,
honestly,
so
I
say
think what
you've
we need
got
to do is
somebody
figure out
sleep-
what the
you
scene's
got somebody
gonna be,
resting on the
'cause
couch.
that'll kind of help you
your
compose.
sleep soldier. And then you've got two people sitting around
Yeah,
the
and-
table. Maybe they're waiting on their coffee.
Yeah,
drinking
so
coffee.
we'll have to definitely adjust
What
some
are we going to
thinking,
do in the morning?
some stuff.
What's the
Appreciate it.
plan?
We'll have like
And then, as
But I mean,
they
think
are
about
just
so you'll definitely have
almost
probably one or
relieved in
two,
the
maybe
moment,
3 people sitting
then you
here.
see the flashlight
right?
in the background. You maybe can hear maybe some Foley with that. It jars you guys in a sense of what? I don't know. But it does kind of.
What about a jacket?
Because the scene's not interrupted.
I have my
though,
big
is it?
puff- that
Like, the
big puffy
scene
jacket
itself
right
that we're
there.
recreating. So
It's clean, I promise.
have someone sitting there because they're gonna be like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
they're gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Flashlight
They're very cold right now.
Yeah.
Pass by.
You'll see it in the backdrop
you.
because you're going to see.
You don't have
this
to wear it.
window
I would actually keep that
through
jacket
this
on.
door.
If you're the one
And
that's going to be
so-
sleeping,
and
then just
maybe
lay
it's a
that one
situ-
over you. You know what I
or a
mean?
strobe or anything like that. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
light something that might be able to push through this. I thought, well, maybe we could motivate that in a way, just to add a little bit more depth to the scene.
Yeah.
And help.
Which is
maybe
what
pull
that guy in the
story,
background's
because then
doing
maybe,
in the
maybe
scene.
feel a presence outside.
Yeah.
I just had to relook at the scene,
If that makes sense.
and then this, like you want to have these a little bit like kind of, I think a little bit like spread out, kind of.
So where do you want
What's,
the people on the table?
What's the
sitting down?
script in
I definitely
the?
want someone like right here.
Do you have the lines like laid out?
Something like
as
that?
the-
Yeah.
like
And
a
I think,
kind of
like,
an order,
this
and then we can start trying to
in
fill
the
in
scene
the.
where you want to make sure
spacing.
It's cold. You kind of want to not like burn themselves, but keep your hands so close, like you kind of
Yeah.
want to warm up your hands.
So we could do something like
Yeah.
kind of like that. Because keep in mind we're
And the
gonna have.
controls are heavy.
You do it like right here. That way we could put a light here on her or him or whoever.
And then someone like
I mean, something along those
We could
lines.
put one over. Actually, that
we,
one.
we're eating our,
Tell me if that's in
we've ate
frame.
our last rat.
Because remember, there's that
Do
light
we-
that's off in the distance. That's a good idea.
Now you allude that the neighbors have already lost, like they've abandoned ship. They've,
Will you be able to? You can see
or
the
that-
light if
that
it's lit though.
Every family for
There you go.
themselves.
We'll do that.
all these houses.
Yeah.
We've got to get all the way to the other end of the neighborhood now because we cleared.
Evan, you're gonna help me.
That's actually not
remember
bad.
to put all this crap
And then you could even allude to.
Although
you know,
The guy
guy's
who's in this
sleeping,
office-
Man, after all we've been through today,
One of my best
and then
friends.
you
So
can maybe
he's not
reference
gonna be
the
too
map,
upset, but
or there's
wanna
the
be respectful.
unfolding of the map. That'll help work with maybe some shadows, because I know.
right.
So
And they travel everywhere. They're Jersey. So, Nick, you know what we should do before we do much more is figure out lighting, because like we don't really want we want it to be as dark as possible. So
But we're keeping that door open.
yeah, we're gonna keep that door open. So
I know what we do. What?
You want to take the light out and see, like,
Hey, what if we move this whiteboard in here and did a map on the whiteboard,
are we gonna have these lit?
and then it's in the background here.
Yeah, are we allowed to?
Yeah,
do something like this.
Hey, Evan, can
yeah.
Yeah,
Take a picture
like,
and
I think that they should all be kind
for
of
sure, for sure.
bundled up,
Yep.
close to it.
No grid on it. I'm kind of taking the
We're
role
gonna
of like a
have
gaff,
a Marauder's map.
helping with lighting.
Who's the acting?
All right.
Carson. Yeah, Carson will be able to.
And they have lives.
So we're going
Yeah,
to put a
they're working
whiteboard
on
right
lines.
here.
Huh?
We're going to put a whiteboard right here
For like a bounce.
with a map of the,
Oh.
and so and it's going to have kind of like a rough outline of your neighborhood or whatever,
Yeah.
with like X's, and the script's
Yeah.
going to allude to a long day and
Okay.
that kind of
Oh,
thing.
like they're mapping out some.
Yeah, and then they're going to be talking about what their next move is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Go. So we can redo it. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, that's
So-
more or less the level
Why don't you
that
turn
we're
that light
headed
out?
towards. So,
And Evan, Noah, why don't you sit right there?
so imagine
that
a
should
world
create quite a bit of
where
light, actually.
Trump became president, and now we're all. No, I'm joking.
Just want to make sure that we can move
Yeah,
some of these candles around too, so that the
Say
light.
there's a virus
comes off a
outside.
little
And this we
differently.
will have to stretch and really dig deep here. There's like there's a virus outside, and we are hoarding toilet papers. Again,
Yeah.
You know, we're real
Yep.
desperate.
what is that, like the whole thing is they didn't realize we were
It lights up pretty well.
So I mean, are we lit well?
Yeah.
Do you want? I mean, I'm assuming I'm
The whole
fairly
plot
dark
is
right
we
here.
just
Do you
can't
want
find
something
toilet
right here to
paper.
kind of
That's
even it out?
The end all be all.
This guy's like really stressing.
Stressing.
They're not gonna be.
Does that cast enough light there? And then we do have a light that we can.
So
can
instead
throw
of we
on,
ate our last rat,
like another light
we
to
used
light
our last
specific
two
spots.
squares.
I think
It's all one ply out there.
Yeah, you want to come sit here? You stay there. No, you stay there. Noah. I was about to say, I want
Yeah.
if you're sitting down or
Yeah.
standing up, make sure with lit
it's super
candles we be
serious.
very careful.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, I like
One
that.
ply as far as
All
the
right, blow
eye
those
can
out.
see. You can double it up.
It's your
It's
birthday.
not the same.
Yeah, we can light that one.
What are you thinking?
Come back like the way I walk in, just 'cause, like.
So are we just gonna have two sitting right here and then one
Walk
in
in,
the back?
all itchy.
It's up to
You don't
up
have
to
any
Carson.
foot.
Go figure out what the plan is with Carson.
It's all itchy butts, I'm telling you.
Playing with like the seating arrangement in there. Like how are you?
Yeah, walk us through the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
I mean, we could get a roll and just have a couple pieces on the table and.
Walk me through the scene so you can light it all up.
Okay.
Okay, so we're kind of coming up with talks of like.
The problem is you put a bunch of
apocalyptic.
funny people in charge of the script.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, the point is not really what we're saying.
It's not like
the
a.
point is like the lighting.
Right.
Whatever's coming out of our mouth.
So we kind of had the idea, or Tish had the idea of
He gave respect where it's due.
Thank you.
we were looting like neighborhoods or whatever in an apocalyptic world, power out, maybe power's been out for months, so maybe I have Noah in the background drawing or something, because I mean he's not gonna be doing homework or anything.
Right.
So
School doesn't stop, buddy.
yeah, you're out of school for a little bit, but so maybe we had like the idea of like maybe the world's apocalyptic because of like COVID-19, and we're really just like stressing because all the toilet paper is all out, and we're looting toilet paper.
It's a big deal.
Well, so Evan's drawing a map
Apparently.
of Evan right
And so
now.
like we have like
And
a
we've already cleared almost all the houses, and we got tomorrow. We're gonna have to make a run to the farthest away house.
That's a good idea. I like that.
So we were having to like make a plan.
Yeah.
For what
so it's like funny,
At the
but
very
it's
end of
like
it, if it's
serious.
COVID, we could have Noah like asleep and he coughs.
But yeah, I
Instead
mean,
of drawing and he just goes over and coughs and lays down. Just like
But I do like the idea of a strobe or something in the background.
oh, did you mess around with this one?
Just a one flash strobe, like emergency lights would be on or something like that.
You like that, Nicholas?
What do y'all think about something along those
We
lines?
could even use one of these panels.
A little bit of a lightning effect.
Oh, yeah. That works.
All right,
Fancy ones.
moving on up.
Did you need a strobe?
He's got a strobe right here.
No, I think
What's everybody thinking online as far as our story? Anything that could be better?
I can set this so like a candle.
What are you guys thinking?
so Nick, I would say we should probably.
Candle burns at like 27 Kelvin, 2700 Kelvin. We'll go 25.
Bounce it.
we need to like figure out what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll reconvene at the writers' table.
We're gonna set it up like an apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic world and all that, and then you guys just come up with what you're saying. Keep in mind, Nick wants someone like sleeping on the couch, which can be him or. All right.
So we do have somebody that walks past a flash of light. So you've got homeboy sleeping. You got somebody sleeping on the couch. Somebody comes in
It would just
through,
kind of this whole
and
room.
you
would
see
kinda
the
flash.
flashing light back here maybe, and they come into the room. So that's your cue still yet, and then
So Noah, this is
the person
you know what this stuff is
coming in
called?
says
I can at least walk you through that.
they have that roll
This-
with just a little bit.
This
and they're-
with these legs is called a C-stand.
Come in. I'll be on
And-
the couch and we'll be talking.
I found
You can
found
use
this.
this for really anything.
I found this upstairs.
It's one of the more versatile
something like
things on a
that.
film set.
Okay, you do that for sure. Yeah.
And when you set up a C-stand,
Okay, well, I was thinking if you're gonna be coming in.
you're supposed to have a sandbag. So do you see how right now this is leaning back?
Yeah.
All the weight right now is toward
So you
back
have
of the
somebody,
C-stand,
they
right?
walk
It's
in.
toward back here. So see the tallest leg is in direction with where it's leaning. That's how you set up a C-stand.
Yeah.
Tallest leg is where the weight is. So if this was leaning this way, you'd rotate it, and then the
last
tallest leg would
roll
be out.
in whatever made up city.
And
we're
that's
in,
just for
Gotham,
safety's
I
sake.
don't know.
So when you light something,
But
striking,
now
you
we're
say
gonna go
striking.
to that house down the street.
Scopopolis.
Effects we
The,
got here.
What's like a good Catholic sounding name because they had a bunch of kids. A good Catholic sounding name because
Yeah.
they had 7 children there. They're such a family.
It'd be Mary Catherine or
Gowners.
something along those lines.
They're a little Irish Catholic.
Yeah.
Irish Catholic.
Yeah, Mary Catherine
Strobe.
O'Houlihan.
Okay, so we're like, it's gonna be the mother load. They had 7 children.
Is that too much?
Um,
No? I want to see if there's anything else. Cop car,
let's see.
fireworks, pulsing.
We want to keep it white, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, that would be
Or
a...
maybe you said, like, maybe the gallery's
red
house
would be
is
cooler.
the one at the very end, and we're only about 4 or 5
But
houses.
white
I don't-
is white.
Yeah,
Do we
exactly.
have to? We gotta go. I don't.
These lights?
That's 6 houses,
Yeah,
and then I'm
that's
like,
the
but that's
best
6
option,
houses
probably.
down.
We've
Brighter,
cleared the whole
duller.
street, and then you say, but we
See
haven't
how it
done.
looks. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't checked the.
And
Hey-
then I'm like, but that's whatever. However.
Hey, guys, I'm going to
the
turn these
terrain
lights out, just FYI.
And this is going to be your flashlight flash, where Carson walks in. Do you have a?
Well, Nick, when you're looking at a scene, we're shooting in here. I think Noah was onto something.
Since it's kind of a apocalyptic type thing, what if we, since I learned we had 2 of these things, what if we just tried to see what that strobe light with red and blue would look like?
Yeah. It needs
You need more?
more, but I feel like really it could be closer.
I
Okay.
feel like it's too fast.
That's as slow as that setting
Yeah,
goes.
I feel like it's too fast.
I do too.
Can we have somebody with a bright white flasher back there doing something along those lines?
We can have.
Even if that's what I do,
What if it's like this?
I think it's too fast for.
It's too fast and you can't really like see it.
Yeah.
Because it was where it's farther back.
I would love a role as person sleeping on couch. I think we've cast. That was the one everybody
What if we do
wanted
this?
today.
Tell me how that looks in there.
Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. I get to color in that My Little Pony. Not to brag or anything, but that's the best one on the show.
I think that looks a lot better. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
that looks
Lord,
way better.
Evan.
Yeah, I think that looks a lot better.
I just wish there was like the perfect setting for the speed.
So this is the emergency light. This is my job. Is this while we're filming? Is that good?
Oh, that looks great.
Okay.
When somebody walks past it,
Well, then that's what I'll do, Nick.
You'll just do that during the.
Huh?
Do you want to make it like when we see that light, like we think somebody's out there, somebody's
No, I think it's just one of those emergency lights that just are always on. I like the idea. I do like the idea of it turning into a comedy because that would be fun. Turn Saving Private Ryan scene into a comedy.
Are we gonna have a light to sit right here by the candle?
Yeah, we could do a tube light
Because like I don't know if that's
to
gonna be-
light this person. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Can we scoot it like a little bit closer?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
all right, I'm going to leave the mic here with you guys as y'all are working on dialogue.
Oh,
Here it
It's one of those
is.
Chinese. Yeah.
That's going to be too much. So, how do we? I know the answer, but it's a test for you. How do we match it up? Do you have any ideas? Keep in mind, everything's black.
Okay. You can't lay it down, right?
And then
Like,
We could lay this down, but what I'm saying is, what if we did this?
Look on the map and then figure out whose house
We brought
Oh yeah, yeah.
we brought the candle up. So what this means
Is that too?
during the when we're lighting the scene, you gotta make sure it's dark enough that you don't see the apple boxes.
Yeah, that's cool. I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
yeah, okay, so then we need to have just like
not my first rodeo. Something like that. This way. That should be good right there. Okay.
Right.
Noah, right? Can you sit down like
Yeah.
you almost kind of want to like lay down?
Yep.
Like almost like this is kind of.
Yeah, this is the first gen. seems like every couple weeks a new person comes out with a smaller version of it. You can get them from just about anybody, but it does just fine.
Tell me what government's going to do about that, because they were talking about banning DJI.
Yeah, I agree. And
you know how many DJI drones are in the
Yeah.
U.S. right now?
yeah, cameras.
But what we'll do,
Yeah, all the stuff.
And DJI's like cutting edge as far as the autonomous sensors. That's where a lot of their R&D is in the sensor technology. And so when you see how they're being implemented on electronic cars and all these new safety features, how are you going to put a blanket ban on all Chinese technology?
We won't have any.
I mean, because if you look at what's American made right now as far as the technology, it's not great.
A while back, there was
how bad does that look?
what would happen if you went to your house and removed all the Chinese products?
Yeah,
It's protruding.
yeah. You'd be hard pressed to find much. Your clothes, your
Take out all the Chinese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of his face.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah. It'd be interesting to see how much
so
food goes
there's a
away.
few. You can see the problem that I saw
With me, I walked
is-
in. Well, here it is.
it's super bright right here. So the way we can fix that.
Let's look on the map, see we haven't looted yet. Whatever. And then we stand around the map, look around. She points. The galaxy. They haven't.
I don't care what
They have
anyone
7
says.
kids.
Evans, our art director.
They have 7 kids. That needs to be our next stop.
Hold that.
But it's like far away, so we're kind of like dragging it. But like, it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're doing is now you know what the scene is, right? So now you're putting all your effort into the lighting.
Y'all are acting like this is our first virus.
Hey, you could actually cover up with this. Hold that. With a furniture pad, we have 4 of them.
And now it looked like something they would like find.
Furniture pads, yeah, that's not abnormal.
That's a logistical nightmare.
That's a logistical nightmare. Let's.
I like the furniture pad a lot. Like,
Okay, I'll grab another one.
where they aggregate.
How's that,
Yeah.
director?
Okay.
No, it's see this. Yeah, you
Who's
gotta
asleep on the couch?
I know you're not. That's what I'm trying to
Oh,
teach
okay.
you.
He's kind of just like.
I'm kind of.
He's just kind of like beat, worn out.
Gotcha.
You're just chiming in from over there.
Gotcha.
On right here, like I try to push it in so it's not as bright. How's that?
That's a logistical nightmare.
Like, right where his shoulder's at.
Yeah.
Let's talk
But it's not bad. And the wall doesn't look unrealistic.
Is this too bright?
And then somebody else
I think.
come in with the
I think
argument.
That I think that is probably. Is that a little bit better?
It's a minefield out there.
You stay there. I don't want a lot of movement around the candles, especially when we have a furniture pad
who
and
has it?
carpet and drywall. Yeah,
Do you want to move like the light back just a little bit
real.
behind it, or?
I know, we don't want to.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you tell me.
No, we're not.
Right now, I don't know if you can see it, but you tell me.
Everywhere.
It was like
It eats your brain.
Probably right there.
Yeah.
Right there. All right.
killed Europe's beef.
All right. So that's good. We got that part set up.
And then are we just gonna, like,
Oh, maybe there's
we're just gonna keep everything over here just completely
like the road.
Yeah, I think so. Because if this was a black wall, it'd be fine. But like that doesn't
Or
track.
we just argue about the disagreement of going on
Hey Noah,
a
in
hike
that
like this.
bin right there, there's another furniture pad. You can go grab one for me, please.
block out those jerseys.
You guys decide how your journey went. How many houses you're
Yeah, and I don't want to take those down.
Okay, where do we?
You know, Daniel.
So it would make sense that we would be somewhere in a central location.
Town, commercial buildings, and then obviously all over. We need like a
Probably not, but we can just put it where you're going to be laying, because that'll be like what you cover up with.
Up here, yeah. You can go up here and just make a larger facility.
yeah. And then
Oh, it's just.
we can come from. So say we're like right here. I think we do like dots as like a path, or like we have like a little plane, and we can make we'll make dots
So we can,
We'll talk about
if
that.
it doesn't work,
Once we figure
Well,
we can
and
put a
something
light
you
stand
could
over there with
cross
a
out,
light
like
that maybe
neighborhoods or cross
a
out
window.
sections.
We could make it look
as
like it's a
opposed to
windows
doing-
casting light onto it.
Yeah.
And I'll show you how we're going to do that. But it might be another way to create some depth too. Like,
Well, I was thinking it's gonna add more.
we're still.
so we'll do that. We'll light it with a. All right, Noah.
Well, he's
The
on
troubles,
the couch. Are you gonna
maybe-
say?
You're not used to all
Well,
this.
and this is gonna be on the
Actors
wall.
just sit around before their
I
scenes.
make it up.
I was about to say you could just let it be super loud.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe we're talking
So
about the troubles
take
on the
this in
way, so
there,
as we're talking about the troubles
and you're
on
gonna
the
go
way,
put it.
too, is,
Nick will tell you where to put it.
clarify, so there's not like a
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, put it behind the camera.
Oh, man.
Diddy's
Try to
house.
do it without moving anything, but
We're fashioned by Diddy's. We're gonna put it because this is way down the map.
And Noah's just incredibly scared the whole time.
Epstein's Island.
That's tough. All right, sorry about that, guys.
all I heard was Epstein's Island.
Yeah, they created obstacles and it got dark. Oh.
It would actually be. I don't know how many people are watching, but it would be kind of cool to see how this has transformed as we've been working on it.
Yeah, I mean,
It would actually be kind of.
they've all been watching this USB feed of this room.
Yeah.
So.
Who's on there? Anyone?
We've
Who we
got Lisa and Mary Lou Pratt's on.
Hi,
right
Lisa.
now.
Hi, Grace. Grace, hope you feel better. Hi, Mary. Glad you're here.
I'm excited to see how it all comes together.
So we're using a window to light the whiteboard.
Okay.
But it has to be.
I like it.
It can't be very bright though.
No,
I like
it'll
it.
be 1% brightness.
Question.
Yeah.
So, just to make sure, I'm gonna be positioned right over there in the corner of the house, corner of the couch.
Yeah, but you're.
Would you be mad if I unplugged the internet?
It would be a problem.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna like.
I kind of got a thing set up right now.
Kind of busy.
And then you're gonna take like this and kind of wrap yourself up in it. Like you're the point of this thing.
I am gonna unplug
scene is
this.
Super cold. So you're gonna be wrapped up.
If it's super cold, are you going to see the breath?
Striking.
We can't do that.
Striking.
That would be cool.
Whoa.
Hey, I said striking.
I thought you were describing my general appearance.
The kids, so they're gonna have him wrapped up like priority, I guess, and they won't be wrapped up.
So this, no, it's called optical
They're all going
snoot.
to be fussing about the toilet paper.
And this goes on the end of a light.
Little kind of lens.
Yeah, it actually has a lens in it, and there's a bunch of shapes. And we're gonna do
Like a charade thing.
a couple different window options for Mr. Director to look at. That one, we got that one. Nick, Director. Which one of these do you prefer?
Wait, can I just?
Yeah, you can be here. Okay.
Yeah.
We got all. I got like 100 of them. So here are our windows. Which one do you want? Keep in mind it's at an angle
Are these
over here.
okay? So these are like if they were like the blinds, kind of.
Yeah, that would be that. This would be kind of no blinds. This is also blindy. I feel like that one's a little much. It's like a kitchen window. But yeah,
I
so
kind of like the blindy.
which one?
Probably this one because
Yeah.
this one looks like it's angling down.
Yeah, it's more of a window. That one kind of is very clearly a window.
Yeah.
I was seeing.
And if that one doesn't work, then I'll probably do like, I'll try this one.
All right, why don't you go look at the camera, and Noah,
I was searching for like a.
we found one.
Up type one.
We found one. Noah, go to the lights if you don't care. Oh,
We probably need the whiteboard.
Is it time?
yeah, it is time.
All right.
So,
I want to have him be wrapped up in that.
well, he's gonna switch. Well, I guess Evan can when he brings in that thing. So yeah, that's fine. I was just gonna have him switch the lights off.
All right. Who's watched Saving Private Ryan?
Here, me,
Huh?
I'm gonna
a
watch
dozen
it,
times.
I've seen like a lot of the scenes on YouTube though.
Let's see.
What's the movie that came out with Joaquin Phoenix? It was like was it Napoleon?
Yeah, that was one of them. So here's an issue. Do you see an issue? That's a big old window. You can see the. Evan, will you flip those lights?
Yes.
Please and thank you. That's a massive window. So what we'll do is we'll move it closer.
We
And right now it's extra bright just so we can see it. We'll
but I
turn.
do like the look of the window though.
Good. All right, watch your eyes.
Don't worry about me.
I just stopped right in front of your face. I apologize.
All right.
I shouldn't be too much in that camera view. Or we could have it come straight across. We could put it right there.
Yeah.
You
Let
want-
me see like what it looks like when you're painting it onto the whiteboard.
Kind of like the length of it.
Then we'll come way down.
Now, is it going to be hard to?
Oh, that adds a super cool effect here. Now there'll be someone sitting in front of it.
But you can't really see it like. That looks good right there.
How bright? Here.
Well, isn't that light right there? That won't be flashing like that during the scene, will it?
This is supposed to be on the candle mode.
Yeah, that's supposed to just be flat. When it's completely on, it looks really good, I think.
Can't see nothing.
I'm going to switch us over to this view here so y'all can see what we're looking through with the camera here. This is what Nick is using to kind of make his assessment on our lighting.
Can they see what we're looking through?
They can see
Yeah.
what your camera
Yes,
sees.
they.
What's it being streamed on?
This is streamed to YouTube, and then we're using a jump from YouTube to Facebook.
He's saying, hey, he's texting his girlfriend, hey babe, check me out.
Yeah.
I don't think he was texting her because she asked him what it was on. I was like,
She's your biggest fan.
I get
How's
it.
that?
He's writing a final script now, so it's clean.
and then just get the.
I can move it across so it's more of a direct line. It's up to you.
I
Where
like-
do you want the window at in this room?
Okay, I like where it's painted on right now. I
Yeah.
might want to look at it from another way, but
I think it needs
should
to
we
be
make
brighter.
It a little bit more brighter.
I think it
Brighter?
needs to be
Oh,
brighter
Contrast it a little bit more.
Yeah.
and colder.
It needs
Yeah.
to be way,
There you
like,
go.
because it's hard to see.
Yeah, I like that.
What are these red lines on this?
That's your focus.
Okay, so someone's gonna. Will we have anybody pulling focus? Or?
No, because everything will be locked.
Well, is it gonna be hard to see that?
Huh?
And or will it show up better?
What?
Will it show up fine?
Yeah, that's just
Window.
letting us know that we've got
It's a window.
focus on that right now.
It's a, it's
We'll
a
have
window.
to
It's like
adjust
moonlight
our,
coming in through a window.
Camera settings based off of marks. We'll have to get our
The power's
talent
not out in
here
real life,
and-
Tish.
and
The,
judge
the
all
power
that
works
stuff
here,
for
I
you.
promise.
Windows don't run on electric.
Okay, here's.
Have some serious moonlight.
I like it.
To quote David
You like it here?
You're right. that
I
is-
like it right here because if you put it over here, then I think it's gonna mess more with the
Yeah.
lighting on the table.
I agree.
So I like it. I like it right here, where it's panned on it. It's just hard to see from the camera where it's like has like the red stuff, like how it's fully gonna look.
And there, that one there, where it's angled, kind of looks like it's coming in from that direction anyway. So
And I like it where it's at, and I like.
we could go really bright. It could be like a full moon, you know.
Now you're just mocking me.
How much watts does the moon take?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that where it's at. I think that.
You like that? We'll do like that. That's locked in there.
Got my blanket.
All right, what else, Nick?
And then
Where'd Carson go?
obviously this is gonna be lit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
And that one, remember, this one acts as whoever's sitting here, the side of their face, to give it
Yeah,
a little bit of
okay.
light.
So are they gonna? They're gonna be sitting right here talking,
Mhm.
obviously.
I'll be.
We'll fog up.
wait.
Okay, do we all need
So
to be
you're gonna.
stationary?
You're gonna.
Might as well. So if you guys haven't figured out,
So we're not gonna go to the board then, we need to just have it on.
you could point.
Okay, we'll just point.
Just whoever's sitting here can be like, no, look, we have the furthest house away. You
Well,
know.
where do we want?
Can we just take a moment and say how great Evan did on that map? That is so intricate.
I'm a believer in show don't tell, so that way the minute they see that, they know how desperate this situation is.
Yeah.
Should we mark out more?
It's like the
Yeah,
Walking Dead.
I think they get it.
All right.
So we'll have someone. So he's gonna be on the couch.
Who's flashing the light now? Who's walking by with a light? Is that still happening?
If you need me to do.
I need to read. I need to read and see what's going on.
Carson, what are you? Where? Come here and show us so we can.
Oh, so you're gonna do the light when he comes in? Cause
I just go
Carson's
do the
coming
light
in.
when he's coming in, right?
Is that what it was?
I think.
You guys wrote it.
I'm about to say they're the writers.
Okay, so
You bringing the sass?
this is how it's going.
Well, he was in the bathroom.
I was in the bathroom, so I had
Gross.
a flashlight. So
Oh, okay.
with the toilet paper and the flashlight.
Okay.
Come in. Well, here it is, the last roll. I set it down.
And it's empty.
Yeah,
And
so-
everyone looks at Carson like.
And then Chris is like, well, let's go look on the map to see who we haven't looted yet. And then we all gather around the map.
Well, we decided we need to.
Yeah, we're stationary because there's no movement.
Okay, so
But when you walk in, we can mask it so maybe Noah is walking because remember that light you shine is supposed to be a backlight. So maybe Noah's walking here and gets in bed.
Oh, okay.
You know, and so there's a backlight.
They said that he's in bed.
I was.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, then Chris is like, screw you guys, I'm going to sleep.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
So are we gonna do like? Are you
Who,
okay with
so
Noah?
whoever's in bed, just
Okay.
when we call action, we'll have to time it. It'll probably take a take or two, but you know, you'll walk, and as he's walking in, he'll kind of flag you with the light as a backlight, and you'll just crawl into
So
bed.
me and her are gonna be sitting at the table. He's gonna be outside walking in. He'll be
Striking.
in bed,
He's in bed. Okay.
but yeah,
I
he'll
was
be.
about to say, he can deliver the last roll of toilet paper for all that matters. He probably can't be trusted with toilet paper anyway.
No, that's fine. So Chris, you can be here as kind of like the guy, the leader, and then Tish, you can be right here. Carson, whoever, and then when we call action, Noah, you'll just walk and get into bed, and Carson or Tish, you would be here because Carson's coming in, and then Carson, you flash Noah as he's walking to his little bed here.
I was a professional TPer before the apocalypse. That's the main reason I took the test.
So Noah's walking in, and Carson's gonna be in here now.
No, Carson's coming from the bathroom. Noah is when we call action. Noah's going to be like, he's just going to be walking. Yeah, you're not in the bed yet.
Is he gonna walk from here to the bed?
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta be
fine.
careful with that candle too, though.
Yeah.
Get in the bed.
Noah has to be careful with that candle.
I have the light.
Hey, you're our safety guy, right? Should,
Yeah,
should,
that's
we,
why I'm kind of like.
should we get a fire extinguisher?
There's one right on the other side of this wall over here.
Oh, see, he's already got it mapped out.
Don't worry, in Tecumseh they taught us all about what to do if an emergency happens. There's supposed to be non-reflective.
because there was already a
Fire extinguisher. All right, so this is where we're sitting, right?
Should we move? Okay, so here's the thing. We gotta like. Are we gonna have to
Oh, and
move-
that's really bright too,
Yeah,
so that's
man.
good. No, Carson. Yeah, to give him room to walk.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
be able to see him in the shot.
So we'll move that down a little bit.
That's just gonna be lighting his face. Or
Mhm.
start lighting these, or
I want to get actors in position
Yeah.
so there's as
Who's
little
gonna be
as a
sitting
little movement as possible. Ask Carson.
who do you have sitting here?
You're gonna start on first position. You're gonna be over
Well,
here.
I thought Tish was sitting here, right?
Tish, yeah, Tish is sit there. We're going
So-
into diorama mode here, so they can figure out.
So you're gonna be right here. When Nick yells action, Carson's gonna be out there and he'll be walking in, and you'll have to time it so that right when he turns that corner, you're right about here. Okay? So we'll do a couple practice takes, but when we call action, Carson, you'll walk in with the flashlight and you're gonna flag Noah and you're literally gonna point it at the camera. Okay? Now we're not ready to film yet. We haven't even done sound, but I do want to get a. Sorry.
Striking.
What's this? Explain. Teach.
This is haze, and that's all it is. Is not purple haze. I wish.
How long does this haze last?
It'll just float around. It's in.
For like the
Can I hit
next
that
30
vape, bro?
minutes, the next 5 minutes? What?
No, it what it's gonna do is it's gonna end up dispersing, but it's
That's got HTC in it. I can smell it.
gonna kind of just stay. It doesn't have THC in it. You said HTC. But what this does is it creates those. This is meant for film. This isn't like I'm spraying weird stuff. It's
Delta 4.
It's mineral oil.
Better not be eucalyptus.
Yeah, and so here I'll show you. Go over here, Carson.
I can hold it underneath.
No, because then you just have a giant stream of.
Right, fall.
Now go ahead and go ahead and flash us. See?
Oh, okay.
You get like
Okay,
a light.
I get it.
Yeah.
That'll help with the
It's
cold.
like a cold
But what's the
night.
lifespan of it?
It'll be fine. And I
You're supposed to be teaching people.
well, it's button controlled. It's not automatic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have to hit the button, but it'll last for days.
Oh.
And then I have like refill liquid striking.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so now
Can we get a Fernie here?
they're in there. I'm setting up sound now. Do we have? Here it is. Thank you. Shoo.
You'll need your wireless mics.
Yeah, I got them. And then I'm gonna boom the table. Who's talking? Can we walk through the scene? Just go ahead and walk through the scene, everybody, because we're about to do sound.
Are we turning the lights out for this?
No, I just want to see who's talking. And this also gives Carson and Noah practice on their steps.
Whose bag is this?
Daniels.
Question for Nick.
Yeah.
As the director, are we still doing the cop at the end?
Look at the map. See who
I'm
we have
not sure.
included.
That's because they wrote the.
Hey, Carson, I want to see the whole scene, and you need to give Noah a chance to practice blocking. So we're not going to film, but Nick will yell action, and then you guys will go. And make sure the light is on when you're walking in, like kind of like you're looking at the ground. Yeah. All right, Nick, whenever you're ready.
All right. Action.
Well, here it is. The last roll. Let's look at the map. See who we haven't looted yet.
The gallery. They have 7 kids. We gotta go to the gallery.
Good God.
That's a logistical nightmare right now. Well, we need to really figure out the best route because we have the down tree there and the car pile up there. So that really means, well, there's not really any good route. The only route we gotta take is go up there, go over the hill, jump the fence, and get in.
That fence has barbed wire.
Do we have bolt cutters anywhere? We have pliers.
What's our run time? Because now we're just ad-libbing.
Yeah.
Improv.
I think that was good.
Insane.
Try. So I just wanted to figure out who was talking. So we're gonna lav you up and boom you too. But at the very end of the scene, he goes like, "What does he say? If God is for us, then who can be against us?" Is like it's kind of like an impactful last statement.
Okay. The toilet paper is for us. It's our last
Don't say if toilet paper is for us. But figure something out, and that can be your end.
Oh, you're just over here like, make it a dramatic statement.
Make a dramatic statement about toilet paper. And it could be if God is for us, then who can be against us? And it could be like, how are we going to get over it? Well, if God is for us, I don't know. Just an idea. But that'll be a good kind of cut line, you know? All right, so.
Do you need this?
Yeah, I'm about to do the boom on that. Where are my knuckles? Oh, they're in here.
Oh, I can make it happen.
What do you need?
I'm going to ferny that window.
Well, keep in mind, I'm going to be out here.
I know, but...
Is it still too bright?
Yeah, I think so.
Noah, will you please grab that black backpack and this boom pole? That pole right there. Thank you.
Maybe you come sit down and then get up. And go, go to the mat and say,
Is this in frame?
yeah, clear it with the breath.
No.
This is not? Okay.
What do you need that with?
That is.
This is sound.
We got to know some lines. All you have to do is really just pop it up. You can sit up. You can just kind of sit up and come into the conversation.
You're a good little Christian boy.
God can't be for us if he sent this horrible thing upon us.
Well, first,
I'm going to say no because we're in my church and they give us a really good deal. So I'm going to say we're not going to disparage God in our scene. I actually think that's in the bylaws of this because we film in a church. But I like where your head's at. All right, hand me that.
God is for us in apocalypse can't.
and I'll say, when we start here, you go up this road, take a left. You go up to the barbed wire fence over the hill there.
Are we just gonna ad-lib again until, and then they just wait for him to?
I was actually surprised when you. I was surprised when you said that was ad lib. That was good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I think you guys ad lib until a point, and
That
then
sounds right.
that he just maybe when you say something like you like the barbed wire, this and that is this, it's all there, and then it's just like, oh, what are we gonna do? God's for us, who can be against us?
Okay, yeah.
No, it
I
can
got
do
you.
intuitively.
How's your intuition, Noah?
Luke 1:37. For nothing will be impossible with God.
Okay, Noah with the preaching. The preaching? He brought up the Bible app.
Use the line they used.
Yeah, just quote it. Well, since we've changed like everything about it.
Stay true to one thing.
I watched Private Ryan last night. I don't think anything
Here, watch out.
apocalyptic was in there.
I'm sure it felt like
I
it.
don't think they chased around Twitter.
That's true.
Slowly but surely just made this movie.
That's exactly right. Well, and it's part of being inspired by and being able to take those tools and use them.
If God is for us, nothing can be against us.
All right, if God is for us, nothing can be.
You're sleeping and you sit up on the edge there and you say that.
All right, what's the key line? You've got to be intuitive.
So we're gonna be ad-libbing for a minute. So
Yeah,
like, you
so
just
then
kind of
you-
got to roll with us.
Carson's last line, he's going to say, we need to figure out the best route because we have a fallen tree here in the car pile up here. And I'm going to say, well, we need to go from here up to the gallery. So we're going to go up this road, down this road, and hop the barbed wire fence. But I don't know how we're going to get across there. And you say, if God is
If God is for us,
For us,
then
nothing
who
can be
can, nothing
against
can
us.
be against
God
us.
is for us, nothing can be against us.
No, don't say it like
Go
that.
country if you want.
Maybe not like a
Twang.
grown man country.
Ask not what God can do for you.
Can I do that?
God is for us, nothing can be against us.
Okay, just mention the fence, and then I'll add about the barbed wire, and
okay.
then he'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, does that work? All right.
Okay, yeah, good.
What's everybody think of this map, though?
Yeah, get a close
In
up
this
of that.
chat, like, come on, guys.
Shout out Evan.
Oh, for that
If there's
street,
toilet paper
that
for
would
us,
something
who
to
can
hold
be
on.
against us?
Freshway Boulevard.
That's funny, Mary.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Put it,
Toilet
Charmin
roll
Way.
Okay.
How do I even spell that?
CHARMIN.
You don't know how, you spell anything.
Charmin
You
Way.
spell anything other than low taper face. I know what we should call it. Toilet boulevard. Charmin Way. Okay.
Charmin Way.
It's completely coincidental.
Or you're micing him, and then you're doing these two.
You know, you think
Yeah.
with us being like
They're gonna
decently
have to come
smart
back.
enough to come up with a full map, you think we'd be smart enough to go to the street that's named after a toilet paper brand?
It's already been cleared out. That was our
Carson,
first.
when you walk
That's
in,
the
go
obvious.
around this way.
That was the obvious way to go.
You have to go around that way because of that light.
But
Well, what
also,
about the,
it's protected by bears.
What about the lighting on the map from the window?
Yeah, Charmin Way's protected by bears.
Come around here.
The bears that
Just,
I would rather
I want to
see.
make sure you can fit
Yeah.
into this.
You chose them. You
No,
chose the
'cause
bears.
you're on screen.
Nah,
There,
there's
that's
nothing
fine.
I can do to help
Is
now.
that's in frame, right?
Yeah.
We'll have
not,
to.
Not that part, but like where the
Be sitting on the
mic's at.
sidewalk.
We'll make sure when it's real black out, like real black, we'll,
Yeah.
because that'll.
You'll see it when you start, right?
Right. Well, he's gonna come in with that flashlight, so
Also, are we
Is
going
that
to
in
do
frame?
any sort of bars
barely,
in
like-
the?
that's true.
Are we,
could
going to
do
do
that'd be easy.
any
fix.
sort of a D
Yeah.
squeeze or anything? Because we've got a lot of headroom in our shot.
Yeah, we could do a like a 235 crop. That's fine. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we might need to block it. How is framing? Am I like an over the shoulder shot?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, so he's like, okay,
The only problem is it's going to be hard to see. Like,
but Noah,
I think you should scoot a little bit more.
me.
Yeah. Like,
Maybe more towards the door. Towards the door or towards?
Evan,
towards,
can you?
Carson's.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Are you guys good? I'm gonna see it.
Will you please get paper towels out of the bathroom so we can, and then blow that one out too? Thank you.
Is this better? Too far? Good?
I think, like, right.
Here, you put the
I just need to see, like, maybe, like, right here. But further back, but it's going to be hard because that's supposed to light your face. But where you were at, it's, like, almost impossible to see.
Okay, so do we need to change Noah rather than me?
If
Like, can you
Noah's
just
scooted
get
up
up?
on the edge, can you see him there?
But, well, we want Noah laying down because we have that light. Let me just see how it looks now.
We need to change one of the names to Sergeant Thompson since it has T and P in it.
Honestly, if we put Trish in like Carson's eye line,
No
huh?
R.
No R. Sorry, if we put Patty in the Carson's line of sight there,
Like
then
in
we'd-
front of the door.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
So
But it
we,
can't be in front of the.
is Carson going to come around here and sit down because
No,
he's
Carson's
walking in?
coming This way, right?
So he's going to walk in.
Yeah.
I think we changed it to where Carson's gonna walk. Yeah, I like that idea. So move her over right.
Yeah, and then what if Carson doesn't sit down? Like, what if he sets the roll on the table, and he stands up by the map here,
Well, I think I'm cut off there by the framing.
and so then
Carson, come here.
Then he'd be sitting in front of Tish.
yeah, but you would ideally have layers of light there, right? And that's the whole.
If I move farther.
Yeah, so if you were to sit like right
Yeah, we're
here,
thinking about putting you right there.
and then
With
Yeah.
He'd be on the other side, but Carson would stay right here. But so Carson's.
Like right here.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's better because he's in it
Look up.
now.
Okay.
But could Carson come in?
Well,
Is Noah
Carson
talking?
could set more
He's
Yeah.
just saying
here.
that last line, so yeah.
So what if Carson did that? What if Carson? And what if we got
And the
Carson a
chair's
chair?
shorter. Yeah, the chair's shorter.
Yeah. What if we got him like a big boy chair or something?
That chair. Well, is he coming? Is Carson thinking?
Grab that folding chair back there.
You got the toddler chair.
A big boy chair.
And I'm getting upgraded to the adult table this year. Welcome to Thanksgiving.
Stand up.
I think it pushed through.
Unzip.
You gotta push it through. What? That's why that chair was over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this without it taking my fingers in.
Don't.
There we go.
What do y'all think of that line of sight? What's chat think about it?
Carson coming in like this. I just come in and set it down. Like right here. And then take a seat.
Oh, mic tape.
Well, this actually isn't the mic tape. I left mine at home, but this is just gaff tape. It'll work.
Thank the Lord.
Hey.
Or maybe I'll just come in and sit down and then.
Yeah.
Wish
you
there was
do
a
that.
way
I guess whatever you
to just
think
clip
feels more
it.
comfortable or natural. But I
Because
still
you're going to be
think,
zipped
I
up.
think
So.
the shot is still going to block Noah.
Noah,
I think it needs to be right there still. Like he needs to.
have his back to us.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Put
it looks
this
better with
jacket
back,
on.
back to us because I like the shot of Noah right there, and I like where he's going to come in and sit down and build.
So then we might need that smaller chair then. Then you're in Chris's.
Yeah.
Now you're blocking Chris.
Yeah. You need to be.
Smaller chair back directly to camera.
I like the chair that we were using.
Yeah.
It's almost like. Yeah, it's almost like it's a stool that
Yeah.
you're sitting on.
Oh, okay. There you go. Here, I'll take this one back.
Well, and the cool thing about that chair is you're not going to have that when you sit down.
Yeah. A little bit more to like.
Yeah.
It needs. I want him like. All right, here, hold on. Let's say I'm.
Do the sticks need to come up or down any?
No, just.
Jerry, do you have a 3.5 millimeter?
More that way.
I have a short one, yeah.
Can I use it?
Okay.
Preach. Thank you.
I just think
Behind you.
like I don't think the size of the chair is like a huge issue. Because I think it could look like it's a stool or
Hey,
something.
Jacob, let's put that on Nick.
Yeah.
I love how the top of the chair is. Or no, I think he pointed it right at
I'm actually going to run the. What is this? Can you plug this into a top handle?
That's what that is.
Oh.
I'm gonna purposely deliver that horribly to make you mad.
Oh, but here's. We have to have her over because she has to block the Apple box. Right there. But I don't know how much you'll be able to see that in the
darkness.
In the darkness.
What did you call that?
Apple box.
Why is it an apple box?
Because back in the day, they actually used to sell apples in those.
Okay, so is that a thing that people would normally have on set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very versatile.
Yeah. And now instead of just having the one big, like you can get, that's probably a, what do they call it, like a nesting doll style.
Yes.
And so they all rest inside one another.
Right out the door if you want to show her. It's fully.
Oh, yeah.
And so they build into something like this.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you can transport it.
And so then if you've got,
Put some inside.
Okay.
and you need somebody to stand on it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what's cool, so say you light somebody perfectly like this,
It's just
And
getting
as a
it there.
you have to do a second interview, same spot, and they're a little bit shorter or taller, you can now do this instead of having to adjust everything else. You bring everybody else up to the line of sight.
Gotcha. Because you're calling Apple Watch and it says Pro. I didn't even know that. Oh, they should just call it a cruise box.
It really should be.
Watch out first.
A cruise crate, yeah.
Or where's the cruise crate? Hey, where is there anything special to monitor out of this?
Kevin Hart, too.
No, you just go out of the
Out of the camera?
yeah. And then you do have to make sure that the audio is on. The top handle audio.
All right, CC runs with TP.
So, rhyme approximation here, buddy. It's a real
Got it.
rhyme approximation.
So,
I know how to rhyme.
can I get quiet on the
Then
set?
again, that's
Quiet.
saying-
Tish, say your name.
Tish.
Okay, we're getting levels. Come over here.
I'm not mic'd yet.
Huh?
Boom.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
1 and 2. Put 1. Just start having a conversation.
Here comes the boom.
We're supposed to talk
Look, POD.
performing for us. Table on deck, Jerry. Table.
Come on, Chris. Go run over your scene.
Okay. Let's look at the map and see who we haven't looted yet.
The Gallaghers. They have 7 kids. We got to do the Gallaghers.
Well, we are here. We got to go up Sherman Way.
All right, you two are good. Carson.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, here it is. The last
Good.
roll.
Evan. Or Noah. Why do I keep calling you Evan? No, you don't have to move.
You just talk.
Oh, yes. If God is for us, nothing can be against us.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Or bust.
You can wear these and you can hear. It's going to sound hollow.
Let's go ahead and slide
Isolate
you
the audio
over
until
to like
it's
right
still
here.
Both earmuffs on, I'm guessing.
It should be fine. Let's look at
It's
it
up
in
to you.
camera. Is she blocking those boxes now? But now she's blocked entirely by
I'm
Carson.
going to turn the lights off so we can make sure that everything looks good.
Do we need to light those candles real quick?
Yes. Who put this on the Apple box with the candle on it? Got to be smarter than that. Dude.
Where's the light?
You're going to knock it over onto the fabric couch. And we're dead.
Go back to firefighter.
And then Noah's just going to be on fire, and that's not a good look.
You'd be very typecast moving forward.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Yeah, practical effects.
We'll use it somewhere.
He can only play versions of Freddy Krueger for the rest of his life. Honestly, if we don't get on, it's going to turn into 28 days later.
Hold on.
Noah, go ahead and go to your first position. Grab your flashlight. Really, I need that.
COVID-28.
And then I'm doing the emergency light, right? We're still doing that?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna... All right, go ahead and just let me see it from a lighting perspective. Go ahead, action. That looked good. Well, good job. All right.
Well, let's look at the map.
Is Carson going to whisper his line? Or
Yeah,
is.
he's gonna whisper because
Okay.
he doesn't talk normal.
Okay.
You wanna hit this?
Hey, Carson, can you take your hood off for the scene?
But that's not cool.
No, but that low taper fade gives us more cuts and angles, dude.
They don't get haircuts. It's the apocalypse.
Huh? This is an Island Boy production.
All right. You happy? Because I'm gonna go be an emergency light if you're happy.
Tish, can you scoot over just a little bit? Yeah.
Come on, Tish. Get
Is that better or is that good?
And then Carson, you scoot over just a little bit to your left.
To his left.
Okay, everybody is in the shot.
I think it looks good like that.
Let me do one thing here.
Noah look good over here?
Yeah, Noah, just sit up a little bit higher, up on the couch.
You want to put a pillow under your butt or something?
Our
And-
knuckle box.
There
Our
you go.
cruise crate.
And then make sure you're wrapped up in the the what's it called?
Blanket?
Bernie.
Fernie, yeah.
It's as comfy as one may as well be.
And then
We can actually roll here when we.
and then I think Carson, when you come in, when you're talking, I kind of would like if like when you came in, you were kind of like
Did y'all set color on the
instead of like sitting up
camera?
straight,
white balance? I
kind
mean,
of sit more like lower. It's like this. Like here, I'll show you real quick. Like come in
you think we should do
and then like sit kind of like this.
2700?
Like you're getting into it. Like you're kind of like, and you're gonna set the toilet paper right here. So that way we can kind of see it a little bit.
Contrasty.
And then we're gonna get her shot in there perfectly.
So
Well-
set
That's
this
at
down like this.
26.
Yeah,
Maybe go
like
to
kind
S1
of walk in like this.
Or no, I don't.
Like you're kind of gonna have it like right here on your side,
Okay.
and then you're gonna walk in, and then like sit down, and then just be like that, and then start talking.
Okay, so then flashlight.
Yeah. Yeah, flashlight, left hand, toilet paper down right here. Sit down and kind of like you're kind of getting into it, and then don't hit it too hard, but hit it like enough to where we know that it's like whoever's watching.
I'm setting this here. I'm assuming you just want me to set this
Yeah.
right here and then.
Yeah, just like not like fully down, but just like kind of like where you're like down like this, like yeah, like you kind of like you're all kind of like it's kind of like you're scheming something. You know what I mean?
How is Noah when he says his line? How is he going to be? Is he sitting up? Is he laying down?
I think I like him where he's laying down.
Like almost like going to sleep.
Yeah, like
That's
he
actually exactly what I was thinking.
like he's kind of like he's out of it, kind of, but he's like just enough in it to where he's gonna say his scenes line.
And
Yeah,
then he goes to sleep.
and then you
I'm
go
gonna
down.
get that second camera angle here.
Okay, yeah.
Noah's out from the top.
Hey, I'm at 4,200.
You walk in and get a better.
Yeah, he's just.
But here,
Oh, okay. We going from first?
here, guys, see it. Like
No, sorry.
when you walk in,
42,
you're
you
kinda,
say?
like,
Yeah.
hold it like this, and then just kind of like walk in like that.
We kind of walk in slow and sluggish.
Kind of
I'm
like
telling
this,
you, I
you're
like it
kinda
way
just like-
lower.
Do you? Ask Nick. Let him be the game.
Just
changer.
like us.
Just like-
I say that because it makes the
One sec. What are we looking at?
so we're our white balance. So say we went in camera balanced at 5600. Everything's warm on our faces, that kind of stuff. Even into the background. The lower we go, you see how you get a little bit more blue in that background.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I kind of like it where it's more warm on the faces, but like, I'm just not very familiar because it's my first time. I just
Gotcha.
want-
So
I'm just like,
2,700. Is that what you were at?
27 looked really good.
I
So
have mine.
so if you went to 2700, you see how blue the back is. It'll make that strobe pop, I think. I still think we're gonna get plenty of warmth from the
okay, then let's
candlelight.
roll with that one then.
And then I'm shooting at 6.3.
I'm at 2.8. That's just to get more light because I'm just staying on.
I am pumping the ISO up to
So is it
12.8.
gonna-
Or do you want to shoot it at a low ISO?
I'm at 6,400, but I have a crop sensor.
Right. If we I mean, we'll just have a little more levity at post. I don't think there's going to be enough grain to throw off our shoot. And the grain might actually add a little bit to our shot.
So Noah, you're not gonna move. Come look at that shot, Nick, if you like that. That's gonna be just that last cut. He's gonna look forward and
Yeah, I like that.
say your
he's-
line, Noah.
God is for us. Nothing can be against us.
Do you want more smoke there? Make it a little hazier?
Yeah, we can.
It's up to you. Just
I
tell
mean,
me.
like it's. Is it gonna be like at the end that shot's gonna? It's gonna be this shot. I just need to see what it looks like.
Honestly, this output to the live stream looks great.
Yeah, I think I like it with the.
And this is going to thin out as the scene goes on, so I'm going to go a little heavy here. You don't have asthma, do you?
Well, you will. You will for sure.
Let's change that.
I think that looks good.
Yeah, and that's going to thin out, so it's going to be just a slight haze.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's good. I think we're ready to go with it.
All right, everyone go to your first positions.
Yeah, I think I've got to go.
And I'm going to roll this one, and we don't need to match it up. Like, I'll be able to match it up with these lights.
Who's gonna do the light outside? Are we still doing that?
Yes, I'm doing
Who's gonna do the haze?
The haze is just going to sit here. You can see it's kind of hazy.
Okay.
It doesn't want to be too much, just enough to put a path on that light.
Okay.
I'm rolling over here. Nick, whenever you're ready, you can let me get my light.
And then you're going to want to press record on the camera.
Where's that at? Right here.
Red button on top. It's this button.
Okay.
I know I described a color, and you probably can't see colors right now. See it?
Yeah, right here.
Yep, you got it.
I count down 3, 2, 1.
Action. That's on you. Yeah. So we got background light. Yeah.
Yeah, look, it picks up good.
Oh, you're on a delay.
I'm on it. That's why. There it is. Oh yeah, it definitely picks it up.
All right. What's chat think of the shot setup? Because they're seeing it pretty well live. They're getting a little bit of a color grade on it, but. Might go a bit slower on the light in the back.
Maybe a little higher.
Huh?
A little higher, you think?
Brighter, you think?
No, like higher up in the, like in the.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, because I'm short and everybody, all the other kids were taller than me,
You're fine.
they actually had me stand on one of the apple crates. And then I proceeded to get my mouth.
Nick, is that emergency light good?
What if we put? I almost
Yeah,
like it better coming
maybe
out of
put it
that
a
way.
little bit like higher up.
And then you're going to get a real bright flash on him as he walks past.
So over there?
I would do that.
This apple box?
Yeah.
There's another one right here.
Well, shit, I went down. You went down.
No, I don't. You get one. I can go right here on this thing. Click in here.
And then hold it as high as you can.
No, that toilet paper will last us a month at least.
What do you think of that, Nick?
I like that a lot more.
Nice. Nice.
All right, we ready? All right. Ready, action.
Here it is. The last roll. Let's look in the map. Let's see what house we haven't looted yet.
The Gallaghers. They have 7 kids. We gotta go to the Gallaghers next.
Guys, that's a logistical nightmare. Let's talk more about this. Well, we do need to figure out the best route because, well, as you can see, we have the car pile up there and the tree down there. So we gotta figure out a better route. Well, I say we take Sherman Way, take a left on Main Street, go up to the Gallagher's. The only thing is, we have that barbed wire fence.
But that's barbed wire.
Do we by chance have bolt cutters anywhere?
If God is for us, nothing can be against us.
All right, good. All right.
All right, that again, but better. I'm joking, Nick.
That was really good. I think I want to do one more. I want when he comes in, he's gonna set this down and talk and be like, "Here it is, our last toilet, like last roll or whatever." And then instead of going straight into the map, I want you guys to kind of have more of like a reaction to him saying that. Kind of be like,
I would also.
"Are you kidding me?" Like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because
that as well.
it goes
Keep it
straight from
unfurled
him
a
setting
little
that
bit.
down right to the map.
It sells a
It'll
little bit
add
more
more
as
to the
toilet
scene
paper.
if you're like,
Slam it down a little less. Because I
You
feel
can
like
just
I,
do.
I slammed it in the
You just don't want to shake the table too much,
Yeah, 'cause I
but
didn't
at
wanna
the
like-
same time,
just kind of sit
Yeah.
it down.
I think you'll be able to, if you can do this flare a little bit,
Okay.
then people will see that, and then they'll know when you're sitting it down that it's toilet paper.
Just whenever they tell you to.
Trust me, that light is easy to knock over. It's happened to me.
Hey, you can't see the boom with the backlight on, right? Like,
It just has like the.
but we're gonna crop in a little.
Yeah, it's just a little bit like right there. It's not bad, is it?
Nah. And honestly, by the time you bring the shadows down, you won't see that at all.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, we ready? All right. Ready, action.
Well, here it is. The last roll. Are you kidding me? That's the last roll of toilet paper?
We won't make it through the morning.
Let's look at the map and see who we haven't looted yet.
The Gallagher's. They have 7 kids. We got to do the Gallagher's.
Guys, that's a logistical nightmare. Let's talk more about this. Well, we definitely need to find the best route possible. As you can see, we have the car pile up there and the down tree right on their freaking driveway. We're gonna have to figure out a better route. Guys, the easiest route is we are here. Let's go up Sharman Way, take a left on Main Street, go up the hill to the Gallagher's, but there's that barbed wire fence.
Do you hear what you said? Barbed wire.
We don't by chance have cutters anywhere, do we?
If God is for us, nothing can be against us.
Okay, good. Good, I like that. That was good, guys.
It's a wrap. No, I'm joking.
I don't know.
I was gonna say, I don't know what else there was in that scene.
We like that, Mr. Director?
Yes.
We can review it.
Yeah. Is there?
No, you're not supposed to lean up when
Good
you say
after,
your
like
line.
not before I hit record.
You're supposed to keep your head back where you were.
Like you're sleeping. Go.
We
As
gotta
far
go
as like,
again.
You do it, you say it, and then re-roll.
Yeah,
Act
you
like
stick
you're
your
good back to sleep.
Noah, right here. Here, I'll show you this shot.
Well, here it is. The last
So
roll.
he's not coming up.
Are you
He's
kidding
not
me?
coming up. He's
That's the
supposed to
last
stay
roll
back.
of toilet paper?
That's what I
We
thought.
won't make it through the morning.
Let's look at the
And
map
make
and
sure,
see
like,
who we
you have
haven't
the,
looted
like
yet.
wrapped up a little bit, like the. There you go. Yeah.
it looks good.
The Gallagher's.
And then you're, yeah, that's good. Then you can come down a little bit if you want. Maybe. Yeah, just that. Alright. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So we got it.
My light finger's getting tired, man.
Okay, last one.
I don't know what the stream just did. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, is everybody ready? Ready. All right, ready,
Hang on.
action.
Actually,
Wait.
sorry. I gotta do one
Never
thing real
mind,
quick.
sorry. Okay,
Hang on.
you good? Yeah. Okay, ready, action.
Here it is. The last roll. Are you kidding me? this, the last roll of toilet paper?
That won't last us through the morning.
Let's look at the map and see who we haven't looted yet.
Gallagher's. They have 7 kids. The next stop has got to be the Gallagher's.
Guys, that's a logistical nightmare. Let's talk more about this. Well, we need to definitely come up with a better route because, as you can see, we have the car pile up there, and then we have the down tree on the driveway. We have to have a better plan. Guys, the easiest route is, we're here, let's go up Sharman Way, take a left on Main Street, and go up the hill to the barbed wire fence at the Gallagher's.
Do you hear what you said? Barbed wire.
We don't by chance have bolt cutters anywhere, do we?
If God is with us, nothing can be against us.
Okay, scene. That was way better. Good job, Noah. Good job, everybody.
All right.
How's that ever
You think that's everything?
Good and everything?
Yeah. Everything looks good.
Yeah, this place is actually kind of comfy.
Y'all wanna review it?
Yeah.
So everyone's basically just gonna have to get around this monitor if y'all were gonna.
Here, I'll focus on.
You will not be able to hear audio through the camera that way. You'll only be able to hear audio this way.
Here, you get ready.
Can you hear that?
Barely.
Jacob was submitted for a scene yesterday for Marriage of Kingstown again. It's a nude
I
scene.
saw they were casting.
Nude scene. Yeah. They would pay $1,800 for one day, and then
Some butt or what?
probably prison strip search thing. Haven't heard anything back. We'll see. I don't know if they'll use me.
Aaron all right with that?
Yeah, she laughed when I told her. She's like, "Go do it."
1800 is
funny.
1800.
Yeah, I don't know if they use me. They're kind of big on if they used you last season, they want to keep you in that role.
Yeah. How's Annabelle doing?
She's doing good.
Good.
Didn't know if that was gonna play for us. All right.
Was he? I didn't know if he was.
He is
You can't really hear it.
Yeah.
Well,
he was in the hospital.
Do we want to go again, or you think we got it?
well, it sounded fine on this. Is there a way that we can just turn the volume
So
up on?
the audio that's recording in 32-bit flow.
Yeah.
And then put it through a vocal isolator.
Will it be louder?
Yeah.
Yeah, bump it up. That is 32-bit, right? 32-bit flow.
Should be.
Should be. If those pop handles are so expensive, it should be 32-bit flow.
Yeah, it's good. The only thing is, like when you're listening to it on the headphones, like through that, like during the scene it was fine, but then
The playback might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows where it's sending the audio at?
as long as you bump it up.
What's
everything's
chat
fine.
think? You think we got it? You think
Yeah,
we got the
I
shot?
think we got the shot. I just the audio is the only thing. Like if you can bump it up, then it'll be fine.
Come on, chat.
Huh? Hey.
I'm just saying that 1800 is 1800.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show my cheeks.
Fair deal. My mother were having help.
And well, the best thing is the food. Treats you really well up there.
For Manny Bros.
Huh? They do it
craft
all,
service.
man. Yeah, craft services. It's no joke. They treat you right.
Sounds pretty good for prison food.
I mean, there's probably 500 to 1,000 people on set.
I like it.
We good there?
Yep, I think it's good.
That's a wrap.
That's a lot of.
Does anybody
Actually,
got?
that's not my line. That's your line, Nick.
That's a wrap.
All right. Well, that's just in time for all of us to do our Saving Private Ryan trivia. Okay. So
Here we go. I just watched it last night.
that's nice. This should be fresh for you. Okay. So, who composed the musical score for the film? Okay. It is multiple choice. I've got John Williams, Hans Zimmer, James Horner, or Alan Silvestri.
John Williams.
You think John Williams?
Han Solo or
All right, it was actually John Williams. John Williams is who composed it.
I like Han
Millennium Falcon.
Hans Zimmer is Nolan's composer that he uses
John
a lot.
Williams does all of the Steven Spielberg stuff.
The D-Day landing scene. What beach was being portrayed in that?
Myrtle. Omaha.
It is
Myrtle.
C. That's gonna be Omaha. Yeah.
Dirty
I was pretty sure it was Panama
Dirty
City
Myrtle.
Beach, but.
Myrtle probably means
Which actor played Private Ryan? Is it
Tom Hanks. Wait, no, that's
Paul Giamatti, Jeremy Davies, or Giovanni Ribisi? Or Matt Damon is the last one.
Is it Matt Damon?
Yes, Matt Damon played Private Ryan. What phrase does Captain Miller whisper to Private Ryan before dying? A, live well. B, earn this. C, keep fighting. Or D, stay strong.
D.
Keep fighting.
I think it's earn this.
It is earn this. That's what he.
Everyone was salty. They
Yeah.
had to find this one dude.
Yep. And so it's earn this, and it's pretty deep for you to have to live with that the rest of your life. I heard somebody in the chat earlier said they saw this when the movie first came out. So they're going to know this. What year was Saving Private Ryan released? 1995, 1998, 2001, or 2003?
98.
The answer is 1998.
I had no part in him coming up.
So now we're actually going to deviate from just Saving Private Ryan. We're going to do some Spielberg trivia here. What was Steven Spielberg's first feature-length film?
Christine?
So you have Jaws, E.T., The Sugarland Express, or Duel?
Duel.
E.T. Sugarland Express.
Sugarland Express.
The answer is Duel.
I know my Spielberg movies.
Now, I did have a follow-up question. I had a follow-up for that one. So what year was Duel released? Any guesses as to when Duel was released? It was his first work.
1973.
70s.
So it was in 1971. And so that kind of sets up our next question here, because again, that was his first movie. What year did Spielberg win his first Academy Award for Best Director? So he won his first Best Director award. It was 1985, 1990, 1994, or 1998.
I'm going to say 98, and I think it's for Saving Private Ryan.
I think 98 too.
I think E.T. wasn't that when was
E.T. was 80s. I'm going to say what were the dates?
So you have 1985, 1990, 1994, or 1998.
93 wasn't an option, was it?
It was not 93, but 94 was an option.
Because I know he did Jurassic Park.
So the answer is actually 1994.
For Jurassic Park?
Nope. That brings up the next question, though, is which film earned him his Best Director Oscar? So your options are Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, E.T., or was it Saving Private Ryan?
If you're listening to all the other questions, you ought to be able to.
So it was actually Schindler's List, and it was released in 93.
well deserved.
Because Jurassic Park was released in 93 too.
Yeah, it was the same year. Did he win something for that?
He didn't win his Oscar,
I don't know how. That was a great movie.
but Schindler's List. And I like to bring the first movie up in 1971, and 1994 is when he first gained some like real recognition and won his first award. That's interesting that he worked for 20 years.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying don't give up. We all have to start somewhere. And for you to mention Duel was his big flop, we all got to start somewhere. And imagine if Steven Spielberg had given up after Duel. And he said, this just isn't for me. We wouldn't have had Schindler's List, or at least not the one that we know. We wouldn't have stories like E.T. or Jurassic Park. The whole world and all of those spin-offs, billions of dollars in franchises off of him not giving up. So
his next film after Duel, Back to the Future?
Jerry's speech just then makes me want to run.
no, I'm just a passionate guy, so don't give up with anything that you're trying and working hard for. And if we can recreate this one scene from his movie, then we can all get together and recreate bigger movies and feature length. You're exactly right, and that's what I'm excited for moving forward.
What was Tom Hanks in where he played like that old
But
grumpy guy?
we're going to go ahead and sign off the stream. We've been here for right at 2 hours. We appreciate everybody coming in. If you have any questions about what we've done today, you're welcome to message the page. Be sure to check out the workshop by Matt Chasson tomorrow. The links will be going out on Monday, so keep an eye out for that. If you haven't signed up, please do. You've got until Monday to sign up. So we appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.
Lisa wasn't here, so let's get a picture. Okay. Come on, Nick, front and center. Yeah. Everybody in it. Did Jerry say that?
Where at?
Right here. That's fine. Should I get my light? I feel like that was